Hello everyone, Pokogun here. Today I'm going to be talking about how to code in C++. Now, C++ is fairly um fairly old. It was I forgot when it was created, but it's been around for a while. A, basically alright, it's a part of a system of programming languages. Programming languages are what make your devices or applications basically work. So, for example, what I'm using right now is Visual Studios. This was coded in a programming language. So, I'm not going to get into too much detail. I'll do that in another video if you guys would want. Um, anyways, so, if you have Visual Studios, you're going to go to File, New, Project. It should be the same for any other IDE that you're using. I will leave a link in the description for a couple of IDEs. I'm using Visual Studios 2013. I used to use Code Blocks. That's a pretty good one. Code Light, Eclipse, and a lot of others. You can actually, if you really just want, you could code it in Notepad, and no one would judge you. Or at least I won't. So let's go ahead and make a new project. Now, it should be a console application, because a console is, I know if you aren't as familiar with code as I am, then you're going to think, and I've gotten this with some of my friends. I've been teaching them how to code in C++, so when they think of console, they think of like consoles, like gaming consoles, but actually, a console is, or, no, your command prompt on your Windows or like in Terminal for Mac. And basically it's just the DOS screen, so it's not going to display any GUI. So because I used a program called Tinderbox and Cinderbox, and both of them didn't seem to work for any of my library. Like, I was trying to import them to my libraries, so none of them worked. But if you could help me on that, that would be great. It just, whenever I used Tinderbox, it would say something about like Tinderbox, like an error with it was missing something. But if you guys could help me, that would be great, so I could do a tutorial on how to make like a game. But for now, we're just gonna make a console application, and let's name this YouTube project. Alright, now, very important, do not click finish. Click next, and be very wary of the precompiled header and the SDL. Uncheck those, and we want an empty project. These two will screw up your project, and you'll have to redo it again. So after that's done, click finish. Make sure you have console application selected. So it's just going to take a little bit to load. It's going to take some time to load, and let's just wait a minute. Creating the project. Okay. I should really upgrade the processor on this computer because it's from 2008. Anyways, so in our YouTube project, underneath of our source files, we will want to add a new item. Now let's call this main.cpp. CPP is basically C++. Now let's click add. Okay. Now that we have that here, it's just gonna, well, there's nothing gonna be in here, so we have to type the code. So let's type in include IO stream. So include, if you guys are familiar with Java, Java uses import java.javax.swing blah blah blah. So yeah, so we're just gonna do include IO stream. This is really important. I actually forgot what IO stream was, but I know it's really it's if you were to include Windows.h, it's one of the structure. It's basically what include does is it's calling something from a library, and or like calling It's a system itself, like a system library. And IO stream is basically like within the project itself. Like when you generate the C++ code, it's already calling. It's already like basically there's already an IO stream. I'll touch more upon that later. So next we're gonna type using namespace std int main. Now this is our main function. So a lot of our startup, like our start code, will go over here. So first off, let's type in cout. There's cout and cin. Cout is basically an output. Cin is input. End L, this stands for end line. So we're gonna end the line there. So let's type in hello world. Hit save. Let's click build. And it'll take a second. Next, we're just gonna come on. Start without debugging. Hello world. See, it prints out hello world. Okay. So now that I print out hello world, it's fabulous. That should go on the market for thousands of dollars in the deep web. Anyways, we're gonna make a couple of integers. Now, integers are basically whole numbers. So if you guys have learned that in math class, integers are whole numbers. Floats are decimal numbers. Booleans are true or false or null. And strings are just basically text. So let's type in string. I forgot if it was capital or lowercase, because I know in C++ sometimes the when you it's like case sensitive sometimes. Anyway, so string hello underscore world equals hello world. Now in here we're just gonna include our string, so hello world. And the great thing about C++ and a lot of programming languages, you don't have to type in string again. You just type in hello world, because basically, alright, it's saying string hello world is basically saying hello world. Now, because after this comes our nickname. So, for example, in hold on, why are we getting an error? Operator matches the why are we getting an error? Is it? Why are we getting an error? Matches. Well, I'll figure that out. Is it because we haven't done return 0? Maybe that's why. No. Alright, so apparently C++ doesn't like me. So anyways, I guess we could just do int x and make x equal 4. Just print out x. Okay, I don't know why the string wasn't working. I guess we'll have to do strings in another episode. So I guess that's it for this episode. Let me just quickly tell you guys what this is. So basically, int x equals 4. Now it's calling x, but since it knows that x equals 4, it's gonna print out 4. However, if we type in int x underneath of this, then it wouldn't know it, because basically C++ and a lot of other programming languages go in order from up to down. So it's going to go from int x, so it needs to know what it is and what it equals. So it's going to get the value of x, and since that is 4, it's going to print out 4. So I hope this tutorial helped you guys. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you guys later.